For me, that issue of probing, I see it as an attempt for them to calculate who amongst them controls Monday Okpebolo. Because in government, what I learned while I was in government was that the advice you give to a governor, you do not even have the ability to say it outside. It's against the law for a commissioner to say, I told the governor to do this. If Adams Oshiomole wanted to advise Monday Okpebolo, would have called him and said, start probing Obaseki. But because he wanted to show that I was in charge, he took the man. Please, so when Monday Okpebolo starts probing Obaseki, they will give him credits to it. Wike had come now and Adams said, don't probe Governor Obaseki. And Monday Okpebolo agreed that I was going to probe Obaseki when Adams Oshiomole said, yes, probe Obaseki. Everybody is now watching. Who is now the governor of our governor? Who will him obey? They put him on a crossroad. Is he going to obey Adams Oshiomole or is he going to obey Wike? Because now it's an issue of public ego. One must be slighted.
But is there anything wrong in probing for my governor?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you the situation that the man is in is a dilemma for him. See, when I listen to what Ahmed Mamadou said, for me, it's always very painful. Aside the fact that I'm a politician, I've also worked as a development worker. I know what development is. And when I speak about what is development, people make it look as though Sharakuba has been petty, new partisan. You may say Sharakuba, when I say he doesn't like Monday Okpebolo, he doesn't like those government, wants the APC government to fail. That's not true. Do I love Monday Okpebolo? Yes, Sharakuba, I love Monday Okpebolo. But do I love Monday Okpebolo as governor? No. Because I know and I think he's terrible at governance. When somebody comes into a state and you want to build wealth into prosperity, you build assets. The man was even making mention of a shop right. Those things bring money for you. See, there are investments you do. What you do as a governor, you focus on capital to build the asset of the state and develop the humans. In developing the humans, you pay key attention to health and education. When you're not going to build the assets, you now look at things that you will do that will generate revenue for you to support your infrastructural development. When Okpebolo came into government, what he did was that he took the 60 billion because there was 30 billion in the Edo State Treasury account, 16 billion in the Super Deck account, about 1.8 billion in the Edo State Inland Revenue Service. There was $2.5 million in Edo Best, another 5.7 grants we got from one bank. Okpebolo went to go, he bought cars. After he bought cars again. After he bought cars again, then he bought buses, then he bought cars. All of those money went to the drain. To the extent that the man has not stayed 200 days in office, he's running to the responsibility to borrow 100 billion.
But his administration also reduced the debts.
Reduced with Edo State. Then he just borrowed the 100 billion and said reduce them. But which children in this state? They begin to sell up half truth and outright lies. Monday Okpebolo, he had not got into office, he ran to Ramapa, he went to commission a flyover. Nobody has told us today how much that flyover is worth. How will you carry 30 billion naira of a state resources and go and tie that on concrete? When you have not done all that strategic project that will generate money, because government is all about asset building things that will bring money for the state, so that the state can strategically invest.
Is the flyover project not?
I won't say it's not good. He did one flyover project for almost 30. You now commission another one, not up to 6 months. You have locked 30 billion, almost 30 billion in one. You now went to Adesua, where you and I know Adesua does not have a grid lock that will keep somebody standing for 1 hour. He now said there's another 20 billion to do another flyover there. On the 25th of May, he gave approval for a 25% advance payment. That is to say, in less than 1 year, Monday Okpebolo will lock down 30 billion in Ramapa Park for stone and concrete. A road is not going to put toll gate in. Look, another 20 billion in Adesua. And today, Monday Okpebolo could not pay salary. July salary was paid. June salary was paid on the 8th of July. See, I'm not guessing whether Monday Okpebolo will say. I know he's heading for the loss. It will fail faster than I previously thought. Because the way a man is administering the state, he will soon hit Waterloo. They are talking about Radisson, Obaseki built shop right, he built this. Those things bring money for the state, whether you like it or not. And as the state begins to make more money, we have more money to invest in infrastructure and that kids. Okay. Let them make no mistake about.
By what you are saying, you seem to say that the flyover project is not economically a viable project. But if we look at the hours of traffic congestions and what that, if we translate it to manpower in terms of economy, the losses we have on that.
Whether it's economic viable or not, you have to look at the books. It is depending on the money you have that will decide whether what you are doing is economically viable or not, even as an individual. Okay. Monday Okpebolo will limit 60 billion. And in less than 200 days, it's borrowing 100 billion. Put together, that's the amount of 160 billion spent.
I'll come back to you to make your final remarks. Let's join Ahmed Mamadou in 15 seconds.
Okay, but see, I know people say this thing. They say government is not about to make money. It's a sad thing. Because when Monday Okpebolo cannot pay salary, you begin to wonder why it cannot pay. Government is not here to make money. That's why we have Edo line today. See, the money that was spent in bringing Wike from River State, throwing party for him, and doing commissioning that did not hold is enough money that even if they don't like works for 1 year, they can't make such amount of money. So why are we not going to buy bus when we know that there's no profit in it and there's no benefit? So let them keep deceiving themselves because they never make money. We'll soon dive rock.
Edo in trouble with the governors. With the governor they have in Edo State, they are in trouble. Now, we don't know who is the governor of Edo State. If it's Okpebolo, Monday Okpebolo, or Oshiomole, or who again, Wike, I don't know. Anyways, if you listen to what this guy say, he makes some valid point there, criticizing Okpebolo's government and what he's doing, the area he focused on. He makes some valid points. But I am not expecting any opposition to give credit to a current president, right? This man I think he works under Obaseki's administration. Today, he's not there. So that's why you see the. But again, when you look at it, probing of Monday Okpebolo said that I think one policeman, what's the name of that man, who once said it when Obaseki was there during that election period, who says immediately Obaseki hand over, so they are going to pick him up. And Monday Okpebolo said that as well. It rated that statement that he was going to probe Obaseki, so that they will recover our sea. But that one is not a problem. Probing somebody or not probing somebody, if you have no skeleton in your cupboard, you shouldn't be scared or something. And now Wike said, Wike like is begging, do not probe Obaseki. Focus on your government. Do not probe Obaseki. Now Modi Okpebholo agreed to Wike that he should not probe Obaseki. Now, who is it now? The governor. So a minister of FCT minister is now dictating or deciding for Modi Okpebholo how to govern Edo State, what not to do in Edo State. And again, this is how they are going to do 4 years ago. By the time Oshiomole give his advice, Wike give his advice, the other one give his advice, Modi Okpebholo will be confused because he's at the middle of crossroad. He will be confused because he does not have a say. You see, when you elect leaders, competent leaders, or when you elect leader based on interest, selfish interest, based on ethnicity, based on friendship, based on relationship, you are not going to get the best. But if you decided to elect leaders based on competence, you get the best in your government. You get the best people to support you. You get the best. But now Modi Okpebholo is in the crossroad. He's confused, and he will continue like this until his tenure, because he's never going to make decisive action on his own. He's not going to. So whatever he's going to do, he's going to always consult these people. If it does not go well with these people, and he's not going to carry out that thing he plans or he wishes to do. Do you understand? This is a problem. And again, when you talk about development infrastructure, in Nigeria, this is where only in Nigeria I know when somebody builds roads. That one, building of roads is what they know as an asset, as a development. Yes, it contributed, but that's not all. You can't be building roads without productivity. You can't be building roads without productivity. Who is going to go to that place? What are they going to do there? Right? So you are building roads, building productivities. That road you build will attract more people to come. With that productions going on there, we attract more people to come. Then you start making money, investment everywhere. But if you continue to just build road, and moreover, except the governor does not know what he or she is doing, it's very difficult for you to see a governor want to do road for you. The road that will lead to where, and the governor do not have any benefit there. They don't have anything benefit there. They don't have anything generating money for them in that area. They are not going to do your road. Reasons why you see some of the roads, abandoned roads everywhere. Right? But there are some roads in Nigeria, even if we say roads are not good, there are some roads, immediately they'll try to fix it. Immediately they'll fix it. Or before you know, they say they want to construct this road. Because they have interest in that road. They have profits, that this road is going to generate profit for them to make more money. So no, a sensible governor will go and lock down some amount of money in the name of he want to give you, he want to do well for you, build a roads and this thing for you. No. It's never for your own interest, it's for their own. Do you understand? That's why you see a lot of roads abandoned. No matter how cry you cry, it does not concern them, because they have, even if they decided to, they don't have anything, any benefit. The road is not going to make money for them. So they are not going to, except they have done all the roads they needed to do. They just decided to do this, do that, so that it will not look as if, but majorly, they consider, they focused more on the one that is going to generate more money for them. Especially if it is the road that they are going to put toll gate. That toll gate makes money for them. Do you understand? So now, Modi Okpebholo, yes, you want to do, it's good to do road. Nobody is against that. As you are fixing the roads, continue to build good schools, healthcare, continue to build companies so that people can work. So that the more the state is producing, the more the state is making money. Yet the more you are pulling people out of poverty. Building roads for nothing will not pull people out of poverty. Immediately the road is being constructed, all those people constructing the roads, they lose their job again. Those people fall back to, they becomes an unemployment again, right? So, but if you build productions, like production is continuously. If you tire, you are not working here, you move on to the other one, you recruit another person. Do you understand? But just build roads. The time you are building the roads, yeah, you get a lot of people busy. After the road is being completed, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, it's finished. The work is finished. Those people, what happened to them? They are back to square one. Do you understand? And once the road is finished, and you are not making money, the government does not have any property, they will be making more money back to the state. No, that's the problem. And now, this man, everything he said, no one is not good. Everything, what he said, or what Modi Okpebholo is doing, but you cannot just focus on, because he said you want to develop the state. Transportation is good, though. You want to subsidize transportation for your people. You need to put money into area that is going to generate more money for you. The more you make money, the more you spend that money to work for the state. That's what he's saying. No one is saying building roads. That's why, like that time where they said we can build a flyover in rivers. So he built many flyovers, this and that. All those today it built nine flyover, be 10 or how many, but today people are still complaining that there's no roads, the roads are not good, there's no job, there are no productions going on, there are no job, people do not have job. Do you understand? If the more you build that roads, those overhead bridge, you do flyover, you build more companies. Build 9 flyover, build 9 gigantry factory that will employ thousands of people to work. What do we need? A lot of people. Anyways, it's just this country. I don't understand. And there's no light, there's no this, there's no that. The little businesses that people are doing, there's no light to do the business. Government do not give employment to anybody. All those things. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video.